Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. We're out here at the Avon Park Arrow Maulers Club. Yeah, your eyes do not deceive you. This is the Arrows Marlin. I've had Marlins in the past. The first one I had, I crashed into those power lines over there and basically had to buy a new fuselage and several parts, rebuilt it, and then basically had another Marlin. Flew the dog mess out of that one, eventually sold it. Well, Hobby Zone, my sponsor now, they contacted me and I asked them about different planes, and they said, well, we're going to send you a Marlin and we're going to send you a Bayhawk. And I've already done the maiden on the Bayhawk. I never had the Bayhawk before, but they sent me a Marlin. I didn't have it, so I'm like, hey, cool. And so you'll see I've got an unboxing assembly and a radio setup video. This Marlin has got something that none of my past Marlins had before. Watch this. Okay, it's kind of windy right now, so the plane is parked with the rear of the plane to the wind. Okay, but check this out. My last Marlin never had that. I'm running an AR630 antenna-less receiver. If you watch my build video, I've got it tucked. Let me know if you get that battery bay. Okay. Got a 2700, about 1.5 inches in from the beginning of the wood, 2700 4S, and then back there, back in the back, at the very back of that foam indent is the AR630. You're probably not going to be able to see it because it's back underneath there, but it's tucked in there. And the nice thing, if you look at receiver orientation, batteries up here, ESC and motor all back in here in this area. So this whole section of the jet, there's nothing but just foam. So right in this area here is a perfect place for a receiver. Awfully windy, you know, if I wait, won't have to use flaps, that's for sure. My biggest problem will be on approach because luckily the wind is right down the runway, so that's great. But the uneven approach will be the trickiest part of this landing. I'm going to be flying for the first time because every plane is different. I know I've flown Marlins before, but I'm going to be taking off in my low rates, which are 70% throws with 20% expo all the way around. My high rates are my mid rates are 80% with 20% expo. High rates are 100% with 20% expo. All right, so here we go. All right, let's get, helps to have the motor on. Let's get it turned around. And I'll get down here. Try to block the sun for my wonderful, wonderful camera lady. Okay. Oh. Try to stay on that center line there. All right, like I say, I don't need any kind of flap. Whew, nervous on a maiden. Okay, right, left, up, down, right, left. Okay. All right, there, 3.5 minutes. I'm done stalling. Let's go. All right, no gear to have to mess with. She's up. Flying straight as an arrow. But boy, is it windy. Now, that's full speed, but into a wind, man, she's a kite right now. Yeah, this is not going to be a true test of how well she flies, but definitely handling the wind no problem. That AR630 definitely doing its business with the AS3X. All right. Into the wind. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. All right, I'll take that all day. Even with the wind, no wind, that's a good landing. But you saw how the wind picked her back up again. Oh boy, let's see if we can do that again, but land a little more down on this side of the runway. All right. Definitely don't have to use the reverse function today. Here we go. Yeah, I don't take nothing for her to get up in the air. That strong wind, get up underneath that wing. Oh boy, is it windy. Man, is it windy. All right. I guess we're going to do, I don't know. That's fun. Hard on the gear, but that is fun. Now this plane has the chicken wire landing gear, so it doesn't have that trailing link suspension. But I really can't do anything crazy today because I'm just trying to keep her in the air and keep her stable with this wind. All right, I know I keep saying, I keep complaining about the wind, complaining about the wind. Well, she got a good sound. I hope that comes out on the video. Oh, that's fun. This is one easy jet to fly. If she's flying this well, honey, if you would, for just a second, look off to your right and look at the, show the camera, the people, the flags, and look at the grass in the distance. I mean, it's a lot wind. All right, we'll go back to the plane. It's plenty windy. Yeah, so all I can really do is just do landings and takeoffs, landings and takeoffs. Spoiler, you're going to do that anyways. A little bit of back pressure. Yeah, just barely pull up on that elevator. Boy, low rates are fine today. At 70% 70% throws over 30% or 20% expo. Yeah, that's fine. All right, out of the power out down to almost nothing. Letting that wind really slow me down. Yeah, I got no power. I should not have done that, but because I could have easily stalled. I got very fortunate with the wind. All right. Yeah, I got very fortunate with the wind then. Yeah, I definitely don't need brakes today. The wind is the brakes. All right, we're going to take off one more time. Man, that's a good flying little jet. Good flying little jet. It definitely staying within the... Oh man.
Braking. 30 seconds. Brakes off.
Well, that's what the wind will do. All right, we're gonna get one more.
20 seconds.
Got enough time for one more.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Like I said, I'm flying a 2700 Superior 4S Center. There we go. There we go. All right.
Braking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time expired. Brakes off.
Great ground handling. Motor off. Actually, I should have made the audio prop secured. That's what I normally do. I just forgot to. All right. Well, anyways, okay, we were 3.5 minutes minus 3 seconds. So 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Or no, 3 seconds over, sorry. All right. Got my chicken wire. And what I'm looking for, because it's very prone to, chicken wire is always prone to bend, but this is right to bend, but it's right where it needs to be. It's rock solid. But see, it has enough give in it where that kinetic energy will just shake right out of it without causing damage. So that's why, that's a good thing. Well, the wind's throwing everything around. Put that in my pocket, otherwise it'll go flying down the runway. All right, showed you where I got the battery. Let's see what kind of life, what kind of juice is left in the tank on this very windy day. Helps if I turn the checker, plug it in correctly. Not bad, 34%. So I had the timer set for just a hair over 3.5 minutes, 34%, 4 minutes. You can get, with throttle management and not doing too much craziness, you can get a solid 4 minutes with a 2700. With the recommended 22 to 26, I would keep it at 3.5 minutes. And if you're going to be flying full blast all the time, which I don't recommend, 3 minutes. But mixed flying, a 26, 2700, you could get 4 minutes. Pretty easy. All right, folks, well, that is the Arrows Marlin EDF 64 millimeter. If I can't remember if it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, it's a 12 bladed fan and a 64 millimeter. Great. Basically, it's modeled after the Avanti. Very similar to the Avanti in design, which is an incredible, very stable design. Hobby Zone, big shout out to you for sending me out this Marlin. If you'll probably watch the Maiden first, like most people do, but I'll put links in there. Well, you know, you can go to the unboxing and assembly video, and then the radio setup video. I recommend you definitely watching the radio setup, because I go over, I use forward programming. I show you how to do forward programming with this, how to enable the reverse function. I also go over the CG, and then everything else of the radio is just setting up your model, and there's thousands of videos on that. But and I've got them too. But it's just a great flying little jet. Great for your first beginner jet. I would put a gyroed receiver in it though, if I were you. With safe, I do have safe on this. I could have flipped a switch and put safe if I wanted to, but I like using the AS3X. That's just me. Shout out to Hobby Zone for sending this to me. I will put a link if you want to buy the Marlin. They're in stock right now here as of the middle of September 2023. Use that link, go to the Arrows plug and play. You find the Marlin, and she's $199, and you put it, if you put it in your cart and put in the code FGFRC, Fat Guy Flies RC, all caps, FGFRC in that code, in that coupon field, that will take $10 off the price, okay? You'll get a great jet. I'm an affiliate. It'll help me out. I get a little bit of commission, and you get a great plane, and you get $10 off. So everybody wins. Everybody wins. Thank you for thank you for flying with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a subscriber. Just stopping by to say, hey, please give me a comment what you think. It's a great little jet. My negatives on this jet is it's an older jet. It's been out for a couple of years, probably 4 or 5 years now. They could very easily add the trailing link suspension to this and would not be a problem at all. And I would go maybe offer the 3 different livery schemes like they do with the FMS Futura 64. But other than that, she's a solid flying little plane. But I think to keep it comparable and to keep this plane competitive with other planes of this class, I think the trailing link suspension is getting to be a demand now. Adding the reverse function was a nice step in that direction. I like that. The only other negative with the Marlin, this is with all Marlins, is your vertical stabilizer. They may have improved it. It looks like the fin used to be a lot thinner, it looks like, and maybe not, but it's with that servo in there. I would put a little bead of glue, just kind of reinforcement, because that connection's the servos, the rudder itself is kind of weak, you know. But this is not a huge plane either, but I would do what I can to reinforce that a little bit. Also, I'm going to go back and put the hold to foam treatment in here. These are all pinch hinges with nylon reinforcement film. I'm going to go in there and put a little hold to foam in there to reinforce that. But there's really, other than the chicken wire and the somewhat weak, oh, the other thing, they should put a plastic plate right here, because even right here, all little wheelies and stuff, I'm already getting that marring right there. If you put packing tape is great, it'll protect the foam, but then it just turns black too. If they had a little piece of plastic there, like they do in a lot of the other planes, a lot of other jets, because they know most jets are going to sit on their tail, and that's going to get marred up. So that's what my suggestion to Arrows. Very minor things, but this is a great nose, plastic cone right there, plastic nose that we can set in the corner. Solid little jet. I would like to see maybe that exhaust, well, no, if the exhaust inlet came out just a little bit more and had a plastic ring around it, then you could stand it in the corner like that if you wanted to. All right, folks, well, thank you for watching. God bless y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That is the Arrows Marlin, an incredible flying EDF, great first beginner EDF. I highly recommend it. And thank you so much for watching. God bless y'all. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then EDFs called Marlins. Bye-bye.